a giant, it's called the Global Express, a giant private plane. Pick it up in Los Angeles, fly to Toronto, get off the airplane in Toronto while they top up the fuel tanks. And there is the president of Bombardier. It's dusk, the sun is setting. I shake his hand and say, thank you, God. I can't believe your generosity. I couldn't do this thing I'm calling the captains. I'm examining the life of all the five, and I think I'm going to be filming Chris Pine when I get back as the sixth captain. I'm going to have 6 captains, and it's going to be called the captains, and I'm going to look for themes and ideas. I don't want to necessarily talk about Star Trek, although it's part of the subject. I want to talk about them. And he says, oh, that sounds like a great idea. Do you know that I am an aeronautical engineer and became head of this company because of you? So, I'm trying to remember his name. It's criminal that I can't remember his name. So then I'm having trouble remembering my own name. The president of Bombardier turns out to be a fan who lends to this giant private plane. And I fly around, and I interview Patrick, and Kate, and Avery, and Scott Bakula, who it is. And me, I interviewed me. And I get along with it, 40 hours of film. So then we started to struggle with all the gathering, themes that we went through. So Monday, this is, 6 months more, but finally we got it all collated together, basically. But I've been calling the 2 places in which I've sold this. It'll be on X pay-per-view here in late fall, and it'll be on Chorus, which is a cable in Canada in the late fall as well. I've called them both in the last week and said, look, you've given me a contract for an hour-and-a-half show. There is so much material, so much stuff that is so good. It's at least a 3-hour show, if not 5 separate hours. I don't quite know what I should knit the themes together. God, loneliness, pleasure, background, all the themes together, like knit them together, or do it linearly, like captain, captain, captain. I quite know how to handle all this material. All I'm telling you guys is this just isn't an hour-and-a-half show. I'm waiting for word now whether they'll do 2 90-minute, 2-hour-and-a-half or more. So I'm waiting, like Monday. I'm hoping that they'll tell me because I've got to get this film finished up. So that's a documentary that I'm working on that'll be of such interest to you and to me too. One of the unusual aspects, first of all, I go to visit everybody at their place, the place that they're most comfortable. Kate was most comfortable in the theater, so I filmed in the theater. Patrick, I got a hold of him at his beautiful home in England. Scott Bakula came out to a riding stable, ride, and we talked and we ride on a horse. And Avery, at his house in Princeton, he was at the piano. I shot him at the piano because he's a great jazz musician. I'm not an unusual, extraordinary individual, this man. So, and he's kind of far out, like a jazz, like you think jazz music. Hey man, how's it going? So he stands tinkling away at the piano, and I start talking to him. All this is ad-lib, like I'm talking to you. Like you don't know what else is going to come out of your head. And he's sitting there, and he's talking, and he's playing the piano. And we start singing together. He makes up a song, I make it up here. We're talking, we're having a great time. And then I realized what a great thought it would be if he jazz piano underneath the film. So the film music will be Avery Brooks. So, it's not exciting, right? Okay. So that's the first thing that then, the day before that, I'm writing a book with a guy you don't know. His name is Chris Reed. So Chris and I met, and I hired him on to sort of help me organize my next book. And I've been talking to him in 2-hour sessions, or we've done maybe 10 times 2 hours, and I talk about, because I wrote a book called Up Till Now, which brought me up till now, or up till then. Maybe that's what it was. Up till then. And then this is like continuing on, involving just the very things I'm telling you. So that book is essentially finished. Chris is out organizing it now. And that'll be out in the fall as well. So that's called Shatner Rules. And it sort of uses the double meaning, the double meaning, not the double entendre of rules. So we're writing like, this is a rule, this is what I do. And it's quite amusing. At the same time, I'm 80 years old, and I should be thinking deeper thoughts. So I talk a little bit about, it never occurred to me. Well, it's occurred to me, but it didn't occur to me with such frightening possibilities. I mean, you know, yeah, I'm going to die, but I'm not really going to die, how we all feel. Yeah, we're going to die, but not really, not me. I walk around so healthy, I feel good, I'm kind of just ready to move. Oh, that hurt. So I'm making this book kind of, what am I learning? What am I feeling? I know. I mean, I could fall off the stage and die now.
Please don't.
Don't. The first witnesses. Shatner dies in the fiction. There was a guy.
Was that a price line?
He was worried about the insurance. That guy on stage, wasn't it? Dick. How wonderful. I mean, there was this comic some years ago, most of you won't recognize his name, although you might recognize him, because he was a wonderful, wonderful comic. And he was playing in Los Angeles. The second last place he played was Los Angeles, and I happened to go to the theater that night to see him, because he was always wonderful. And there are some great comics that you just, wow, how they became like that. I mean, comics, stand-up comics who write their own material, they're geniuses. You should stand in awe of a guy who can take a situation and make fun of it and give you commentary and have you laugh at the same time. It's simply flabbergasting. And Dick John was capable of doing it. So now I could die sitting there. Since there was an auditorium full of, a lobby full of people, they allowed me to come in 20 minutes earlier than 11. We sat down in our seats down in front, and before people came in. And we came to the auditorium, and it was a bare stage. And on the stage was a high pile of newspapers, crumpled up newspapers, a big pile, 8 feet tall, crumpled up newspapers. And we were there about 10 after the at 8, or the lights go on at 8 o'clock, at 8:30. We're there 20 minutes early to escape the crowd. And then 20 minutes goes by, my wife and I talk to each other, and for the first time in years. And then the crowd comes in, the crowd comes in. So 8:40, show's going to begin. And suddenly, out of the newspaper, pops Dick Shaw. He's been there for at least a half an hour. It was startling. It was wonderful. Okay, so he does that every performance, and people clap because they've been there at least 10 minutes expecting him to walk on stage, and he pops out of the buried under that newspaper. It's sort of like startling and great fun. So he leaves. He has a great show in Los Angeles. He goes from Los Angeles down to San Diego, and he has a show in San Diego. And during one of the shows in San Diego, towards the end, he falls down on the stage. And people, oh my God, Dick Shaw fell on the ground. He doesn't get out. So the actor goes, because he's still lying there. He's so brave, he continues to lie there. He's dead. He dies on stage. And while he's dead on the stage, people are laughing, thinking it's a joke. Until somebody says, my God, he's dead. So, I always thought that'd be the best way to go. Except in my case, they might say, thank God. Oh, self-deprecation. Okay. So, what was I saying? So, I finished the book. So the book is finished. Book is finished, and it was the end of the fall. All Shatner movies. Okay. It's going to be terrific. I think it's going to be funny and insightful. I hope, and I hope it'll be something you like. Earlier that day, I went to Adam Hamilton's house, who is producing a record, okay, which is called Seeking Major Tom. Now, about 6 months ago, I'll go into some detail because it's fun and it's apropos science fiction and everything. I hope you'll enjoy it because I'm just sort of coming up with ideas that are happy for me now, and I hope you do. Something just went for me to hear, and I'm not wearing it. Something just went electronically in somewhere around here, and I don't have anything electronically on me. Was it? A metal detector. What the heck did that do? I swear to God, I heard like a metal. It's the second time. What? Okay. Let's assume it. I don't have anything. I don't have a heart thing. Imagine if you had a heart thing and went.